Why security budgets are tightening at the worst possible time. Why cloud teams admit they're drowning in complexity. Why Time's Person of the Year isn't a person. Why ChatGPT is getting an adult mode. Why McDonald's had to delete a Christmas ad created by AI, and what you should do before shutting up shop for the festive season. This is Priviso Live. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Priviso Live, your weekly magazine dive into cybersecurity, ICT legislation, and AI. I'm Lynn, and joining me today are the ever-insightful Stephen and the unflinchingly honest Kayla.
Happy to be here, armed with coffee and mild skepticism.
And I'm here too, ready to explain why 2026 already looks chaotic. And we aren't even finished with 2025 yet. Let's jump in.
Our first story comes from the Hacker News, who published a sobering look at 2025 security budgets. Spoiler, they're shrinking.
Yes, according to the survey, nearly half of organizations saw flat or reduced security budgets, despite increasing attacks and regulatory pressure.
And more than 60% said they're struggling to justify expenditures to executives, even when the risk is obvious. We call that budget chicken. Execs wait for something to go wrong before approving spend.
The report also highlighted that teams are stretched thin. Only a third believe they have the skills needed to protect cloud, AI, or SaaS ecosystems.
My favorite line, organizations say they want to be secure, but not enough to actually fund security.
Exactly. Cybersecurity is becoming like gym memberships. Everyone says it's important, few actually go.
Speaking of cyber teams under pressure, the SentinelOne Cloud Security Survey paints an even more chaotic picture.
Yep. 70% of companies now run multi-cloud, 85% say cloud complexity increased in 2025, and more than half experienced a cloud breach or misconfiguration incident in the last 12 months.
And the main reason, alerts, too many of them. A staggering 82% said they suffer from alert fatigue, meaning they see so many alerts that meaningful threats get lost in the noise.
One stat really jumped out. Only 11% of organizations believe their cloud security posture is mature.
Which means 89% quietly admit they're winging it.
And the report calls out the biggest blind spot, identity and access misconfigurations. Basically the modern-day unlocked front door.
So between shrinking budgets and overwhelmed cloud teams, we're setting ourselves up for an interesting 2026. Now onto something completely different. Time magazine has revealed their 2025 Person of the Year. And for the sixth time, it's not a person, but a collective, the AI architects.
Previous groups included the crew members of Apollo 8 in 1968, American women in 1975, the Me Too movement in 2017, journalists in 2018, and you in 2006, a symbolic recognition of all content creators and internet users treated as a collective person.
There have also been non-human nominees, the computer in 1982 and the Earth itself in 1988.
And of course, the most notorious choice, Adolf Hitler as 1938's Man of the Year. But remember, the award is based on impact and influence, not whether the impact was positive.
This year, the editors described the AI architects as the small group of humans and systems shaping the future of intelligence.
It includes model builders, alignment researchers, safety leads, essentially the people designing the AI foundations that now influence every industry and every political conversation.
The article highlights a central tension. These architects wield enormous influence, but operate in spaces with minimal public oversight.
One line stood out for me. The world's future is being negotiated by a few dozen labs and a few hundred researchers.
And it echoes what we've been saying on Priviso Live all year. AI governance is now as important as cybersecurity governance.
The world doesn't yet know how to regulate this. But Time naming these architects as their Person of the Year signals something huge. AI isn't a trend anymore. It's the center of global power. Speaking of impact, OpenAI is launching an adult mode for ChatGPT in early 2026.
Not adult as in explicit content, but adult as in age-restricted. The idea is to have more mature conversational capabilities, less restricted discussions, and fewer content blocks for legitimate adult topics.
But the key development is the smarter age verification system behind it. OpenAI seems to be responding to growing pressure, especially in the EU and the US, to enforce age gates for advanced AI models strictly.
This aligns with the broader trend. Regulators want tighter control of how minors interact with generative AI.
And frankly, it's overdue. We've seen teenagers ask LLMs for life advice, relationship counseling, even medical guidance. Adult mode creates a clearer separation of responsibilities.
And expect competitors, Google, Meta, Anthropic, to respond with similar maturity bands.
Our next story is festive, chaotic, and a perfect example of how AI misuse can backfire spectacularly. McDonald's released what was supposed to be a warm, sentimental AI-generated Christmas advert, and it immediately drew backlash.
Because it looked very wrong. Customers pointed out the distorted faces, impossible hand angles, a reindeer with too many limbs, and some uncanny valley children who looked haunted.
People compared it to a Christmas horror movie trailer. My favorite comment: McDonald's invented a whole new form of holiday trauma.
After the online firestorm, McDonald's removed the ad and admitted the AI-generated approach did not meet expectations.
Lesson learned. You can't just press generate and call it a marketing campaign.
Also, let humans do the heartwarming Christmas ads.
All right, team, before everyone disappears for beach days, Bryce, and badly timed New Year's resolutions, we need to talk about something important: how companies can protect themselves from cyber attacks over the festive season. Because while we go on holiday, cybercriminals do not.
In fact, December is one of their favorite times. Skeleton IT crews, relaxed processes, finance teams rushing year-end payments. It's the perfect storm. And this year, we've seen some extremely opportunistic attacks.
We've compiled a simple but powerful holiday checklist. If your organization does nothing else before shutting down, do these 10 things.
Freeze high-risk changes. Step away from the infrastructure changes. December is not the month to migrate to a new firewall or deploy a half-tested cloud integration.
Unless you enjoy spending Christmas Day on a VPN trying to rebuild the network.
Enforce multi-factor authentication everywhere. Cloud apps, email, VPN, admin panels. If someone can log in without a second factor, fix it before you leave.
Confirm the on-call rotation. Every company needs to know who is answering the phone at 2 a.m. if something goes wrong. If the answer is no one, you have a problem.
Review access permissions, disable dormant accounts, remove privileges that staff don't use, and check contractors and temps. Holiday periods are prime time for insider misuse, intentional or accidental.
Verify finance controls. Business email compromise scams explode in December. If someone emails to say we've updated our bank details, the rule is simple: phone and verify in person.
Patch critical vulnerabilities. Not everything, just the criticals that are actively exploited. VPNs, firewalls, email gateways, identity providers. These are the attack vectors criminals love over the holidays.
Backup and test restores. It's not enough to have backups. They must be offline, tamper-proof, and restorable. Run a quick test restore before you close the office.
Tighten SaaS and cloud security. Check for email forwarding rules, impossible travel alerts, orphaned admin accounts, and suspicious OAuth apps. Remember, cloud is convenient and conveniently attackable if ignored.
Send a holiday briefing to staff. A simple one-page note reminding staff about phishing, urgent requests, fake courier alerts, and who to contact if something feels off.
Beware of suspicious requests. Attackers love when people are tired and ready to go on holiday. If something feels wrong, it probably is. When in doubt, report it.
The festive season should be peaceful. Cyber incidents shouldn't be part of your holiday playlist.
Follow the checklist, lock things down, and make sure that if something does happen, someone is ready to respond.
Remember, cyber criminals don't take leave, but neither do good controls. We hope you found today's episode interesting. If you did, please share it with your colleagues, your friends, your family. Word of mouth is a strong driver of podcast growth.
If you want to hear more of the same, subscribe to Priviso live on Apple, Samsung, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or YouTube.
And if you have topics you'd like us to cover or questions about anything we discussed today, reach out to us. We love hearing from our listeners.
Thanks for listening.
Stay secure.
Stay safe, everyone. Happy holidays, everyone.